Oye, Francis, mira esa mulata. Qué linda. Cuando voy por la calle de mi Habana, sí, mi hermosa y descuidada Habana.
And for me, I chose Cuba for two reasons. One, I want to get better at Spanish, and I feel like the only way to get better at this point was to go abroad. So, Spanish-speaking country, that's going to help there. And I figured like I could go to Spain, I could go to Argentina, places like that, but that just seems way too typical. It just seemed like, you know, the textbook study abroad that everyone else does, and I wanted something more unique in Cuba with like the government system and the mysteries surrounding it. It seemed like a much better option, so I chose Cuba.
I chose to study in Cuba. I first became interested in the island after reading Tracy Kidder's book Mountains Beyond Mountains. There's one chapter there that explained the unique health care system here, and I was just really amazed and just curious about how, you know, this country that has suffered in isolation with the dissolution of the Soviet bloc, its major sponsor throughout, you know, the Cold War period, and then the U.S. embargoes and lots of economic crisis. How they've been able to have health indicators that compare to first world nations. That is, you know, blow me away. I wanted to see it. I was just very curious.
I chose to study abroad in Cuba because I was really interested in the public health program. I'm going to be a global health minor, so that was something that I was interested in. And then also I wanted to be able to practice the Spanish that I've been learning all throughout high school and at Northwestern, and I knew that summer was a good time for me because I have a lot going on during the school year.
I spent a year abroad in Europe, and I've traveled, you know, around other places, but I've never experienced anything like this. People here are very friendly. They're very connected with people. I'd say it's a community that's very psychologically healthy. They talk to people. They're open with you. They talk about their lives.
I've learned a lot. I really feel like I've gotten a really good sense of the Cuban culture and the Cuban people. Like more so than just, you know, reading about them in books, being here and interacting. I really feel like I've kind of learned the culture in depth and kind of adopted it as my own while I'm here. Definitely gotten better at Spanish, practicing with Cuban people. Their accents are hard, but it makes me better because, you know, in America you don't really get to hear native speakers much, so my language skills are improving. Through the classes, learned, you know, a decent amount about Cuban history. Cinema class, really interesting, learning about Cuban movies and how that works because, you know, industries like that are run by the government, so you're learning about it in a completely different way. So, you know, 8 weeks I feel like I've taken a lot out of it.
It's been definitely a learning experience. I would say the main things that I've learned while being in Cuba would be that I've learned how to wait and to kind of go with the flow. A lot of times the plans that we make for different things don't end up exactly how we had planned, but it still turns out to be a great experience. And I've learned a lot of Spanish. I've learned some Cuban slang, which is kind of fun, and also just like learned a lot about myself personally and things that I think that come with study abroad. So.
Someone who's willing to go out and find their own experiences, educationally speaking. We're a large group, so we had a lot of, you know, experiences as a group, but the best ones are the ones that you found on your own and the Cuban people you talk to by yourself just walking down the street.
I think someone who's more interested in, you know, the government structures and someone who's interested in, you know, learning about how a different country works and functions, as opposed to just, you know, being a tourist and seeing cool sights. I feel like this is, you know, more in depth in that area. So people are looking for those experiences.
Si son bonitas, chistosas, celosas, esas sí son cubanas.